Now, it is my pleasure to invite the President of the Interparliamentary Union to address you. Mr. Martin Chugong, Secretary General of the Interparliamentary Union, Mr. Rattray, Chef de Cabinet of the United Nations Secretary General, esteemed speakers of Parliament, dear colleagues, dear friends. As we bring this sixth World Conference of Speakers of Parliament to a close, I wish to express my deep gratitude to our hosts, the United Nations Office in Geneva, to the Swiss Parliament and other national authorities of Switzerland, to the members of the Preparatory Committee. And on this, I'm going to request them to stand if they are here, so that we all recognize the good work that they have done. The PrepCom members, please stand. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You have done a great job, and we all appreciate all the effort you have put into this. Colleagues, now to the IPU Secretariat. I know they are all over the place, but those who are in the house now, please stand and we recognize you. Starting with the Secretary General, please all stand and we recognize you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You have put a lot of effort into ensuring this conference is a success. And as a leader of this institution, I can't say better words than saying I am so, so proud of you for delivering to the letter of what we expected for this meeting. Thank you so much. Colleagues, I'm also going to now acknowledge all of you, sincerely, all the speakers who were able to travel long distances to come to attend this meeting physically. Thank you so much for coming, but at the same time, I would like to acknowledge the depth of your engagement, for the clarity of your convictions, and above all, for your continued support for a vision of a world where peace, justice, and prosperity are not privileges for few, but rights shared by all our peoples. Needless to say, we are very far away from achieving that vision. The high-level declaration we have just adopted describes a world in turmoil, marked by deepening inequalities, protracted conflicts, democratic backsliding, a climate emergency, and a very, very dangerous erosion of multilateralism. Therefore, colleagues and friends, my plea to each of you is very simple. Let the close of this World Conference of Speakers mark a moment where our efforts are redoubled. I would like to underline how truly unique these past 3 days have been. This conference was one of the rare moments when most of the world speakers came together under one roof. It offered us an invaluable space for exchanges, for diplomacy, and for genuine dialogue. It allowed us to listen directly to colleagues representing diverse political, ideological, religious, and geographical perspectives. Now, it is up to us, all of us, to make this count. The high-level declaration we have just adopted is, first and foremost, a call to responsibility. It urges us to work towards a more humane global order, one that places cooperation at the heart of policymaking, where gender equality is the norm, and where youth, people in vulnerable situations, and the underrepresented groups are fully included. Indeed, peace rests on more than treaties. It is sustained by justice, equity, inclusion, and the rule of law. Our high-level declaration also makes it clear that protecting our planet, our citizens, and our democracies cannot rest solely on the hands of the executive. As leaders of our parliaments, we are accountable. This responsibility begins with the laws we draft, the laws we pass, the debates we lead, and the budgets we approve. So, above all, our high-level declaration calls on us as parliamentarians and representatives of the people to see ourselves as architects of dialogue, stewards of inclusion, and agents of meaningful change. And I am pleased, colleagues, to note that the role of parliamentarians as agents of meaningful change has continued to grow within global governance and the United Nations. This is reflected both in our involvement in decision-making processes and in our strengthened partnership to implement global commitments, from the SDGs to the recently adopted UN Pact for the Future. Just last Friday, on 25th July 2025, the General Assembly adopted a new resolution on the interaction between the United Nations, national parliaments, and the Interparliamentary Union, marking the culmination of 25 years of steadily deepening engagement between the United Nations and parliaments. Over this time, the presence of our parliamentarians in major global governance meetings has expanded significantly. Our hearings at COP, our G20 Speakers Summit, commonly known as P20, and our active participation in the high-level political forum are only a few examples of this growing contribution. Dear colleagues, dear friends, and thus, after this sixth Global Summit of Speakers, let us move forward together, not as isolated speakers, but as a united parliamentary community. In a world gripped by fragmentation and division, we must be the voices that rebuild trust. And in the face of rising doubt, our actions must be the reason our peoples believe again in what a global community is capable of doing. Dear colleagues, dear friends, it can be done. Play your part. I thank you for listening. So now, before I bang the hammer to declare the conference closed, I am going to invite all of us to stand and close our meeting with our IPU anthem.